Generic production. Season 3 is dedicated in loving memory to my brother Evan, who was taken from us far too young. His free-spirited way of life and dry, meticulous sense of humor often made him the only one that could fully understand and appreciate my own sense of humor. We would often mute movies and dub them on the fly, turning stories like Lassie and Star Wars on their heads. He loved playing in mud, eating KFC, a good day's work, driving trucks, rocking out at concerts, and just doing whatever made him feel free, without worry of what others thought. He would have been an amazing uncle, and this project is for him.
Welcome back to Foul Play Ricky. This is the story of me, Ricky Barone, private eye and former detective who was booted from the force for playing by my own rules. I'm just trying to make sense of it all and maybe score a live-action third Scooby-Doo movie along the way. This is my story. Well, thanks for visiting with a new mystery for me to solve, Ken, but I really must get back to it, so I'll see you later, I says, gesturing Ken out the door.
Yeah, anytime you need a major plot point or just a relaxing night out cruising for chicks and slamming a couple 40s with your old bud Ken, then Ken's got your back. After all, what are fan favorites for if not that?
Ken walks out of my office and I sit for a moment to recuperate from the crazy non-stop 2 seasons I just experienced. Relieved to be back in my own time and place again, with the time travel and watch secured, and the fun option of bringing guest stars back at my leisure, I grab my trench coat and walk out to the streets in the rain. My thoughts running wild as I try to piece together all the clues that Ken had given me regarding his neighbor's dog's pooch over the last few weeks, named Rocket. I pondered the motive, the characters in play, the scene of the crime, and if Cool Ranch Doritos are cool as in radical or cool as in temperature. Was something in the dog's head? Or was it some twisted, unexplained mess of a vendetta? A darkened figure pulls up alongside me in a cozy coupe and rolls down the window to gesture to me. Nice ride, I says to the driver. The person hands me an envelope through the window and says,
"Courtesy of Mr. Tourniquet,"
before driving off. I opened the manila envelope to reveal a note on really nice stationery. Like, I'm talking really nice. The texture of the letterhead alone was incredible. Imagine the texture of the perfect couch on a Sunday afternoon, except it's paper and can more easily start on fire. Like if cardstock and watercolor paper hooked up and pulled a Juno. Anyway, the letterhead reads, "From the desk of Joe Tourniquet," with a handwritten note that reads, "Riddle me this, riddle me that. Sometimes the answers to your questions lie within the mind and under the hat." Pretty cringy stretch for that rhyme scheme, if I'm being honest. I flipped over the letter, and on the back I see the word lizard, written in what looks to be blood. I whips out my gun, and the cozy coupe speeds away down the street like Fred Flintstone, as I throw a machete electroshock gumball to try and stop the vehicle and get more answers. No dice. I fold up the note and stuff it in my chest pocket next to my Tamagotchi. I need to learn more about this Joe. I think about checking the local library, traveling in time to use the internet, or just asking around at the local bar. So I walks into a bar. The dim lighting is most predominant in the corner by the jukebox on the far end, where I sees a cowboy with a glass of Tullamore Dew gesturing over to me. With my hand on my holster, I approach the gentleman. The man is shrouded in mystery, with long hair spilling out of his cowboy hat, and Kid Rock or Chris Kirkpatrick-like facial hair. I sits down next to him and he orders me a whiskey. Who are you?
You can call me the eyes and the ears. And you can go ahead and take their hand off that trigger, partner, because I got news for you. I ain't never missed.
To be continued.
Oh, here. I can start from here. I sit down.
Yeah, it orders me a scotch, that part.
Yep.
It should be orders me a whiskey. Because if it's... What year is it?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, he would be drinking bourbon, whiskey, not American whiskey, not scotch. After all, what are fan favorites for if not that? Yeah, I keep that. Favorites. Fan favorites.